I came to this stream and went live for one reason, and that is while I was in pre-chat, chatting up a storm, being the best chatter I've ever seen, somebody said ijbol. Looks like this. And then someone was like, yeah, I hate how everyone says ijbol now. And I said, what the fuck is ijbol? And then everyone started making fun of me for not knowing what it is. And then I looked into it and it's real. LOL is out. ROFL is out. Ijbol is in. This new acronym is replacing LOL and ROFL on social media. What does it mean? It stands for I just burst out laughing. And then I'm looking down, ijbol, I guess. Ellie Jockson, a 25-year-old bank analyst, uses ijbol instead of lol because she said it more accurately reflected what happened behind the screen. I'm usually just quiet and then I let out a snort. For Gen Zers, it comes as a timely replacement for a slew of terms that no longer feel fitting. I don't lamau. It's just not what I do. Said Michael Messinio, a 27-year-old content creator who lives in Melbourne, Australia. I associate lamau with millennial humor, but I associate ijbol with Gen Z humor, which is funnier. Fuck you. It is functionally no different. I don't lamau. That's just not what I do. What a pretentious oh my God, that's crazy. I simply don't lamau. Lamau, that's simply not me. By the way, he's 27. Bro's on the edge at best. Bro's got one foot in the grave talking like he couldn't possibly lamau. Bro grew up with VHS tapes, but he couldn't possibly lamau. I simply couldn't. I couldn't even type it. I couldn't type lamau. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck up. My friends were all around the same age, like 18 to early 20s. That's an actual Gen Z at least. Said Sebastian Champagne. Sebastian Champagne is the fakest name I ever heard. It's like a fan fiction. It's like a poorly written fan fiction of a rich kid. A 20-year-old college student who lives in Brockton, Massachusetts. So a lot of us were like, this is going to be our word now. On the internet, ijbol, which was explored last month by Mashable, has been closely associated with celebrities, including Nicki Minaj, who fell back in her chair with laughter on a live stream. Do you get associated with it when you fall back in your chair with laughter? Because in that case, I've done it a lot. And Taylor Swift, who loudly ha-ha'd into a microphone on stage while surrounded by cheering fans. But the unofficial face of ijbol, according to Twitter, is Vice President Kamala Harris. Of course, Kamala Harris is the unofficial face of ijbol. She has a reputation for chuckling unprompted, injecting a levity or nervousness into any situation. In viral videos posted online, Miss Harris can often be seen doubling over during an interview, almost dropping the microphone in her hand. Ijbol! It got picked up in 2021 among the K-pop fan community, who would endearingly categorize their idols according to internet acronyms. Some can be labeled ijbol for celebrities who laugh all the time. Others, DPMO, meaning don't piss me off, are celebrities who get angry about everything. Can I somehow be both? This is fine. I'm just shocked. I'm shocked that, I understood when it was get rid of acronyms and go to emoji. I got that. I understand that the skull emoji is a better way to say I'm dead. I'm laughing. This is great. Instead of lamau. I can understand that lamau's a little bit old school. I get that. But going back to lamau and making it a 5-letter acronym that just means I just burst out laughing, that is the same thing. It's actually worse. It's actually worse. Why is this a New York Times article? I don't know. They got to fill the pages that I'm spending this monthly subscription on. It's literally better though. What's better about it? Because it sounds like something that my grandma would type. It actually sounds like a very, very early internet acronym where people would just make anything short. When Miss Jockson came across ijbol last year on Twitter, she thought it was a Korean word. It does sound like a Korean word. Niche corners of the internet like K-pop fandoms can produce spaces of creativity where new lexicons are invented. Says a New York Graduate Center professor who studies digital laughter. Bro, that is the most non-sentence of course. We say glizzy here sometimes. Studies digital laughter. I picture it with like a red corkboard and it's got like lamau, trace to raffle, trace to ijbol, trace. When outsiders start adopting a colloquial term, the word loses its specificity, and that's when it becomes less fun. You would totally use LOL with your boss, I will say that I have used Lamau with my boss, but like, that's as far as I escalate, said the professor. That's why we need to bring new terms into circulation, because you're not going to write to your best friend the same way you're going to write to your boss. I don't care. Ijbol all you want. It doesn't bother me. The word would lose its edge and intimacy if, say, Mrs. Harris started using ijbol in her campaign. God willing she does, and then she can kill it. I need to send a letter to the DNC. We need ijbol to the polls in a week to end this, to kill it in the womb. Or if the term was written about in a daily newspaper. Well, there it is. Everyone would like lose their minds, then never say it again, Mr. Champagne said. All right, well, I'm saying it now. Ijbol, 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 ijbol. There we go. All right, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Zoomers. Are we sure it is an Onion article? Unfortunately, no. Well, there's a lot of like Gen Z stuff. Are we gonna just learn about the New York Times views of Gen Z? Here's the thing. Before I move off on this topic, I'm not gonna stop lamauing. And I know there's people out there who will ride or die lamau with me. Laughing my ass off. That's a great acronym. Lamau gets it done. Lamau gets it done, especially a nice all caps lamau or a lowercase lamau when you're not really laughing that hard. Lamau gets it done. The wokies don't get it. Yeah, exactly. My manager was shocked when the Gen Z developers started blowing up our Zoom tech talks like a Twitch chat. What do you mean by that? Like you're all on Zoom and then you're in the chat of the Zoom and they're just typing like a chat? Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that. It's a work call? That's crazy, bro. What are you typing like Poggies when someone's... What, are you doing? You're putting in ASCII penises? You're cooked. Messaging is so much faster than talking on a call. No, it's not. If you're already in the call, some of you are cooked. PogChamp in the work chat. That's crazy because I worked at Twitch and we didn't do this. People at Twitch headquarters didn't do this. I'm giving my coworkers a solid poggers before. Are you serious? Where do you work? I guess it's fine if you both understand the word poggers, but in public, like in mixed company, if you're messaging a friend or a coworker who like is the same age as you and you go, hey, poggers job on that report. I don't know if I could stomach it, but like, that's fine. But like, if you're in an all email and you're like, this was a poggers quarter, like that seems crazy to me. Hey, I'm in a Teams chat with 80 coworkers and some higher ups. I would be caught dead saying poggers. The expression is wouldn't be. So either you missed it or you're trying to tell me that you do say poggers. Give the CEO a good sheesh. I feel like sheesh you could kind of get away with because sheesh is one of those things that's so self-explanatory. Like if someone had never heard sheesh and then you look at their shoes and go sheesh, they just get that you're complimenting them. Sheesh gets it done. But when you say, wow, that's poggers, that's just not going to work. I use worm instead of word. Like when I say, oh, word, I say, oh, worm. We're talking about like generational slang here, not the weird thing that you do. That's extremely quirky. Oh, worm? Oh, worm? Hey, Truck, over the last 2 days, I've watched your old House MD VODs incessantly. And I'm already halfway through season 4, and it's been really interesting to see the evolution of chat. Respectfully, what evolution? They've been spamming Glancer, I can't, since episode 1. There's no change. Leggy, Hurdy, it's the same jokes. We contain multitudes. Yeah, I suppose.